Let's talk Kegels. I'm sure everyone's heard of Kegels at some point in passing or actually been told about it for different reasons. Keep watching to find out how it's really helpful. So with Kegels, that's Kegels. Different people have heard about it for many different reasons. Sometimes they say that it improves the experience of a passionate encounter, and for women it is beneficial. And I have seen that there is also a way for men to do Kegels also. But I'm not going to talk about the Kegels for men. You can look it up. And it's actually on the Mayo Clinic website. You will find an article on how men can do Kegels. But today we're going to talk about women and doing Kegels. So Kegels are really going to strengthen your pelvic floor. Your pelvic floor being the base of your core. So that's right at the bottom here, and then you have the rest of your core muscles all around here, which I've talked about before. You have your obliques on the sides, you have your rectus abdominis, which is your six-pack muscles on the front, and your transverse abdominis, which is your deep core muscles at the back. So those are all the important stabilizing muscles that you need to have very strong. But the Kegels help with, as I said, strengthening your pelvic floor. How does it really work? So there are conflicting ways and descriptions on how Kegels can be done. But today I'm going to go through the most scientific one that I have found with proper research and having practiced it myself. I'll give you examples of how exactly it's helped me also. So starting with doing Kegels in this particular manner about, I would say, a year or so ago. At that point, I was moving around quite a bit. So, of course, I was drinking a lot of water. And I started doing the Kegels, and I saw that there was a big difference in my ability to hold the water in my bladder. So it did strengthen my pelvic floor muscles. I was still drinking the same amount of water, but I needed to use the toilet less frequently. So there was something very visibly different about the way that my body was processing the water at that point. Nothing else changed. Everything was the same. The content of water I consumed was exactly the same. The only difference was the frequency that I need to go and pass urine, really. So my pelvic floor muscles did get a lot stronger. How do we do it? So for women, again, I will explain how you do it. So you start off by actually going, when you go to the toilet and you need to pee at that point, you stop mid-urination. Mid-urination, you stop. Try and remember exactly where that muscle is, the one that helped you stop your urine, right? Or stop passing urine. And once you are able to zone in on that, you don't do it again, ever again, while you are urinating, because that's going to cause you to have some bacterial infections and UTIs, really, because you are holding it all the time and you're releasing and holding, which is not really how the Kegel should be done. And your urine is at that point trying to get out of your bladder, so you shouldn't be holding it in. So the next time, once you have zoned in on that muscle, then the next time you try is either while you're sitting down or you're lying down, and just try to flex that muscle. But you should also be very cautious about the fact that if you flex it too much, you will feel the contraction all the way going from that particular muscle right up to the back towards your rectum. So if you feel that the contraction is so much that it's reaching all the way and covering a larger area of your lower regions, then you've done too much. You need to decrease the amount of contraction because it needs to only be targeting that small area, which is the one that would control your urination. Try it out and let me know how that goes. This is really helpful for women in general. Mostly it's recommended after pregnancy because at that point your bladder, your pelvic floor muscles are weaker because your body has gone through quite a lot down there. But in general, it's something that you should always practice. It has nothing to do with incontinence. It might help with incontinence also, might have other benefits as well. But the reason that I encourage people to do it is because it's going to help you in your overall core strength. And core strength is the foundation of all of our exercises, and everything you do is eventually going to be better, bigger, faster, and less riskier, because you have a stronger core, because that's your center of gravity. And if your center of gravity is solid, it means that the rest of your body, your extremities, which is like your hand movements and your leg movements, they can all be very well controlled because you have this strong foundation in the center. Right, so try it out and let me know what your feedback is. And if you need to look it up, the article which describes exactly what I have mentioned in this video, you can look up Mayo Clinic Kegels for Women and you should find it. I hope that was helpful. Take care and start Kegeling. Bye.